Okay, today's video is not about cameras. It's related to this channel, which is about cameras. But today I want to talk a little bit about YouTube and where I'm at and where I'm going, where I'd like to be, and all that kind of stuff in between, really. So my goal when I set up this channel was, first of all, to just share my enthusiasm for cameras and taking photos and maybe some video, I don't know, at some point. And ultimately, obviously, I want to get the channel monetized and maybe make some little bits of ad revenue from YouTube. If you don't know how that works, if you're not interested, then it's up to you whether you continue to watch. But basically, to get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers, and in a 12-month period, you need to have 4,000 hours of watch time. So a 12-month period could be anything. It's a rolling 12 months. So 1st of Jan to the 1st of Jan, or the 12th of April to the 12th of April. And at any point, if you've got 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, you then meet the sort of like the requirements, if you like, to become monetized, providing, of course, that you're making suitable content and you're not swearing and whatever, doing loads of stuff that's against other community guidelines. But basically, those are the two main things that you need to aim for. Now, that means that I could, this month, have 3,000 watch hours, and then for the next year, next 11 months, have very little, and then another 12-month period starts. That 3,000 hours really just account for nothing. So you really need to just lift the baseline and have regular viewers in order to get there. Obviously you can go viral and have that, but I don't think that's the right strategy. Different topic for another day, or not really. But essentially, I've not got enough views. I have about 700 odd subscribers today. I can get to 1,000, I think, in the next 3 months, and I have about 2,000 watch hours, which is going to be difficult to achieve in 3 months unless I start producing some absolutely stellar content that everybody wants to watch. So yeah, so I've been making videos for 9 months, and I've not got there yet. So I've got 3 months if I want to capitalize on that little spike that I had at the beginning. Or maybe I just accept that that's not going to happen, and I just progress as usual, as per whatever. But essentially, I still need to have like a plan. I need a goal. I need to understand where I'm going. And last night I started reading this book, which ironically I've probably had for 9 months, called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Highly recommended. I will put a link in the description, because if you are interested in making tiny changes for remarkable results, then you should definitely check this book out. The very first chapter just kind of hits the nail on the head, really. We're all obsessed with goal setting, and we think, oh, we set a goal, that's fine. Now we've got something to aim towards. But the goal is one thing, but you need to figure out how you're going to get there. One of the examples that's used in this book is like football. Every football team sets out every game to win, but they don't just go out there and think, okay, well, let's just win the game. They have to have an idea, a strategy, based on perhaps how the other team is playing, who's fit, who's not fit, whatever. You can't just say, oh, our plan is to win the game, therefore we will win the game. So I can't say my plan is to get monetized, therefore I will. I have to do certain things. If I didn't make any videos, I'd have no chance. If I made loads of rubbish videos, I've had no chance. So there has to be some kind of strategy and process to get there. And that's what this book has just prompted me to think about doing now. I need to have a plan. I have a notepad. Where is it? It's not handy that it's not handy. There we go. I have a notepad here, which I use. I got a lot of notepads, by the way, but I use this to write down some ideas. So here was a list of more video ideas. So that's because there were other pages in here which had other video ideas. And where's the other bit? Here we go. More video ideas. There's plenty. So I have plenty of video ideas. Maybe some a little bit odd and a bit weird, and that's why I never followed them through. But essentially, what I started doing here, I need to follow through, and I need to make into a proper plan and in a proper process. And I want your help. I want comments below, the kind of content that I've been making. What do you like? What would you like to see? You know, if I can show you how I edit videos, I just literally just add a Lightroom LUT basically. But if you want to see, if you want to hear what my thought process is when I'm taking photos, if you want to come on photo walks with me, if you want to see some POV, if you're just happy with me sitting in here and just talking through the photos, whatever, just interested, you want reviews, kit breakdowns, what's in my camera bag, all that kind of stuff, I really want your feedback below. But essentially I want to get to that level, and yes, I want to get to that level because I want to make a little bit of pocket money, you know, playing with cameras, buying camera accessories. This isn't cheap, it's not free, so it'd be quite nice, I'm being honest here, it'd be quite nice to get a little bit of cash. I have another video channel which does similar things, where I talk about watches, notepads and other kind of gadgets and stuff like that. And that channel got to the point where on a monthly basis I could buy another cheap Casio watch. I've got, where are they? I've got a few up here. I've got like 50 watches of this sort of like $25, $30 kind of price point. I've started getting rid of them because I don't need them all, but you know, that was what that channel was doing. I was making reviews, I was earning enough money to buy another watch, make another review, and it was just, you know, self-fulfilling, so to speak. Now, I think getting this channel to the point where I can buy a brand new camera every month, first of all, would be ridiculous to have that many cameras. It'd be nice though. No, it would be ridiculous to have that many cameras, but also that amount of ad revenue is quite a lot. You know, if every month I've got enough money to buy a memory card or a camera strap, or I can put some fuel in the car or buy a train ticket and go somewhere to go and take some more photos, then great, that's all I need. Even if it's enough money to go and buy some lunch while I'm out in a city taking photos, do you know what I mean? Just a little bit of pocket money, it all adds up. So that's the plan. Well, that's the goal. Now I need to write the plan, and I want your advice, input, help, comments to help me kind of structure it. If I don't hear from you, then I guess I'm stuck with my 700 subscribers and it's not going to grow anywhere. If I do, then great, I'll try and incorporate what you guys are asking for. If not, I'm just going to come up with my own ideas, and hopefully we'll get there. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't want to make more videos about, you know, how to grow on YouTube, because clearly I know how to do it, I just don't do it. I think we all know how to do it, we just don't do it, and I need to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get started.